What is going on, everybody? My name is Keenan Costain, and welcome back to another episode of Hornets Recaps. And on today's episode, we'll be discussing the Hornets losing to the Atlanta Magic 121-90. And without further ado, let's go over the box score and stats throughout this game. So taking a look at the box score for the Atlanta Magic, Paolo Banchero with 25 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 9 for 17 from the field, 2 for 6 from 3. Franks Wagner with 18 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 5 for 10 from the field, 0 for 1 from 3. And Wendell Carter Jr. with 16 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 6 for 7 from the field, 2 for 2 from 3. For the Charlotte Hornets, LaMelo Ball with 23 points, 5 assists with 2 rebounds to go with 7 for 17 from the field, 3 for 8 from 3. And Keenan with 11 points, 3 rebounds, 3 for 10 from the field, 1 for 6 from 3. The team stats for both teams, you have the Hornets shooting 33.7% to the Atlanta Magic 50%. The 3-point percentage 26.7% to the Magic 29.6%. The free throw percentage 88% for Hornets, 78.4% for the Magic. The Hornets had 34 total rebounds to the Magic 49. Offensive rebounds 11-7. Magic winning that category. Defensive rebounds 38-27. Orlando. The assists 27-17. Blocks 8-4. Orlando. 6 steals for Orlando. 7 for the Hornets. Turnovers 16-14. Hornets committing the most. Points off turnovers 26-17. Fast break points 24-7. Points in the paint 64-28. Points per possession 1.17. Personal fouls 33-31. Hornets committing the most. And the largest lead for the Hornets was only 1 point to the Magic's 35. For my Hornets player of the game, Brandon Miller with 13 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 for 10 from the field, 4 for 7 from 3. Brandon Miller, the most consistent player in this game last night against Orlando. It seemed like everything went right for him, while others really struggled from the field, which we'll get to more in the next segment. Brandon Miller, 13 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 for 10 from the field, 4 for 7 from 3. And he is your Hornets player of the game. So what are my thoughts of this game? Well, with this final score being like it is, it was a really bad start for the Hornets. The plan from the jump was not there. And like I said in my last video, which you can click right now, they needed to get off to a great start or a hot start. And they certainly did not get off to a hot start. It was a 22-point lead going into the second quarter. And it was just tough to get going. Too many turnovers, too many wide open dunks, too many wide open shots, which we'll get to more in a second. It was just bad from the start. And in an elimination game for a team that wants to make the playoffs, that wants to make the next jump, they just have to play a lot better and a lot smarter. And they did not do that. That being the Hornets. There was too much physicality. Offensive rebounds being 11 for Orlando. Wendell Carter Jr. did his thing on the boards. And you have the backup center for the Atlanta Magic in this game as well, grabbing the offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds. That would be Gorja Bataze, with 4 rebounds in this game, but a lot of them being a lot of tipped rebounding to keep the possession alive. And there was not a lot of physicality from Moose at all. Ryan Kalkbrenner struggled as well. It seemed like they just the Hornets were not ready physically to get going against Orlando. And remember what I said in the last video is because of their length and size of their wingspan and what the Magic are able to do to teams like this. And it was just not good. in the physicality standpoint. Lastly, there was too many easy looks. Too many easy looks in the paint. Paulo Banchero was able to get wide open to the basket and was able to get some dunks as well. Was able to get to the free throw line so many times, going 5 for 8. So 8 free throw attempts, and was able to hit 9 of the 17 field goal shots and 2 for 6 from 3. And they kept leaving him open, even though he's been struggling as of late from 3. But the Hornets just did not defend their shooters, the shooters for the Orlando Magic at all. The ball protection was terrible as well. There's too many turnovers. There was a lot of pressure from Orlando getting in your face. They amped up their defense. They pressured them super well. I'll give the Magic credit at that of putting the pressure on the Hornets offense. And that led to a lot of fast break points, a lot of possessions of the Hornets not getting back into their sets, not getting back to their man, not following the screens, not following the plays on offense. It was just a really bad effort. And what a way for the season to end. And I'm extremely disappointed in that. But at the end of the day, you can't get mad at what's been going on this season, which we'll get to right now. Now, what I mean by that is it was a good season overall for the Hornets. They started out 10 games below 500. I'm not going to say what the record was per se, because I believe they're 6-16, 8-18 start, and they had injuries to start out the season, and they were going on this historic run the second half of the year, which is in 2026, the start of the calendar year, I should say, going on these runs. And it was nice to see, the starting five getting it together and making moves happen, making plays happen. And it seemed like everybody was in sync since the calendar turned to 2026. So to reiterate that the starting lineup this year went 31-9 with Musa Diabate, Miles Bridges, Brandon Miller, Conker Nipple, LaMelo Ball in the starting lineup. And that's great. That's a great start for this team that's still extremely young. You got to remember that. And we'll see what happens in the offseason. So overall, good season. Bad ending result. You don't want to go out like that as a Hornets fan. You don't want to go out like that. This is the third end season playing game that that we lost, and or that the Hornets lost, that the Hornets have lost pretty big, especially on the road. The first two being Indiana, and Atlanta, losing by 20 or more, and this one's 30 or more. And the Hornets need to get better at these types of situations and need to learn how to be better just a little bit throughout the regular season to make sure this stuff doesn't happen. Sure, the Hornets got off to a rough start with injury, but it seems like with the schedule, they needed to learn how to get off to a better start, and we'll discuss that later in the offseason. I just want to end with this. Thank you so much for joining me throughout this journey this season. It's been a wild ride as a Hornets fan. I've been a fan since the 09-010 season, of my first season watching Hornets basketball on a regular basis. And it's been fun covering this team this season. It's a new thing I decided to do I decided to just sit and talk after a bad Pelicans loss that happened earlier in the year, which was the first episode of this series. And I basically almost never looked back. Over 50 episodes later, here we are. I understand that we just did not cover every single game, and that's a goal of mine, hopefully for next year. And I'll put hopefully in parentheses and quotations. And like I said, it's been fun trying this out. Shout out to a couple friends of mine and my brother as well, giving me this idea, talking Hornets basketball with not with just them, but to you guys. And it's been great building a little bit of more connections and seeing some of the comments I've been seeing from my friends, family, and people from all over YouTube that watch sports and care about Charlotte Hornets basketball. It's great to see that sort of connection. So the plan is I will be back for off-season content. It will be very sporadic as of right now because of the off-season is a very long one, and you can only talk about certain points in my opinion. So I'm going to cover some ideas that interest me, and let me know if I if you guys have any ideas. Feel free to let me know in the comments below, and I'll definitely try my best to talk about it. Been watching this team since the 09-010 season. I've been through a lot of ups and downs with this team, and it's been fun for this season. It's the first time in 10 years that we've gotten to experience postseason basketball. Gotten to see a very exciting game against Miami, winning an in-season tournament game, and having another shot of making the actual playoffs. And hopefully it's a lot more than just making a play-in tournament that was established a couple years ago by Adam Silver in the league. So thanks for watching this episode of Hornets Recaps. Again, my name is Keenan Costain. If you like what you see, feel free to give this video a like. Subscribe down below for more. And until next time, you guys have a great rest of your day. Have a great rest of the off season, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Okay, bye.